Hello, Taurus. Welcome to Celestial Soul Tarot. This is your monthly tarot reading for December 2022. We'll take a look into the energies here and see what's coming through for you. Right, messages coming in for Taurus for December. What do we have coming for Taurus, please? As always, keep in mind that these readings are general. Take only what resonates with you. All right. Yeah. So first card we have coming through here is the Six of Cups. Okay. There's history involved with this energy, typically, right? There's past, right? A connection, family, a friend. It doesn't have to be a lover, but it could be, right? There's an emotional bond, or essentially it's reminiscing and maybe looking through photo albums and the feeling of a past situation or an event or how things used to be, right? Maybe there's a situation involving your children, right? Maybe there's something here you're reflecting on that has sentimental value, right? But there's an emotional bond or connection to something or someone, okay? Right, there's the Hermit. So this is someone who's withdrawn, right? Really pulling in. Really getting the answers from within themselves, right? There's no need to look outside. So this is someone who, again, with the Lantern, it's lighting, maybe the first couple of steps here. You don't know the entire path. You don't know, right? You don't know where you're headed, perhaps, right? Maybe you have an intention, you have a vision, but you don't know exactly how you're getting there. This is the Hermit energy in regards to, okay, so you want to reunite. Maybe there's a connection from the past you want to bring forth. You want to, maybe it's a family reunion, right? I mean, it could be a variety of energies here, but whatever this is, it's putting you into deep reflection. And for some of you, you're wondering, well, if you bring this connection back to life, whatever this is, you're not really knowing if it's going to work out. You don't know what the future holds. You only take one day at a time with this energy, with the Lantern, one step at a time. You can only see enough for where your feet are going to walk, and that's it. So it comes across as a Taurus here who, okay, maybe there's a possibility of reconnecting with someone from the past. And you're thinking about, okay, it feels good. You don't really know how it's going to end, right? How it's going to turn out. But possibly it's kind of forced you back in on yourself. Is this something that I want to do? Right? There's a lot of fear. There's anxiety here. The Eight of Swords. Is this a good idea? Right? Trapped in your own fears, your thoughts. Right? There's a lack of perspective coming through here. Right? For some of you, I mean, this can come across as a victim mentality even, right? Just kind of feeling powerless around a situation, around the past, right? Again, there's history involved here. I mean, for some of you, it's like, maybe, is it a good idea to reconnect? It's kind of what it's coming through here as, and you're not sure whether or not it's going to work out. And so perhaps some of you, it's like it's pushed you back in on yourself, and you're kind of on this over-analysis paralysis. On energy, it kind of feels like you're just overthinking the situation. When you're being pushed back in and you don't know how it's going to work out, but you don't know unless you try. You don't know unless you communicate. There's a need to communicate here. And some of you are like, well, maybe I don't know what to say, how to say it. How do I approach this person? I haven't seen them in a while. I mean, X, Y, Z. Okay. So now we have the Ace of Cups. This is that rebirthing energy. It's healing energy. It's a renewal of a situation, the relationship, right? It could be some deep feelings, right? There's a lot of love that you have to give here, that you have to offer, sharing that. For some of you, it's starting to see something for the first time, trusting your intuition for the first time, the easy emotions, and knowing that the subtlety of the feelings that you have about reconnecting with this person and bringing them back and into your life. And, you're not sure how it's going to go, how it's going to, what's the future will hold, but that's essentially what's coming through here. But it's like you're forced back in on yourself in deep reflection. Is this a good idea? But for some of you here, there's just over analyzing it. For some of you, it's just stuck in, okay, I don't know how to proceed. What's the next step? Reach out, right? Well, how do you reach out? Well, communicate. Just do it. Just the intuition, the feeling, the knowing of just saying hello. How are you? How have you been? Simple. That's the thing with this energy. Like I said, overanalysis paralysis. Overanalyzing. How should I say it? What should I say? What should I do? Da 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 da. Oh my gosh, you're not doing anything. Well, you're not doing anything. And so it comes down to the next step of just doing it, just opening yourself up to just simplify it. Yeah, and now we're back in the Seven of Pentacles here. Right, this is it's an energy of stagnation, essentially, right? There's this growth of a situation, but nothing's really happening here, right? This is wondering whether or not should I put effort and work into this or not, right? This is very interesting here, Taurus, because it comes across as a situation here where there's a connection, or maybe someone you've known for a period of time. Maybe it has to do with your children if you have children, siblings, your friends, something here, right, where you're focused on how things used to be. So it could be a situation here with others where you were getting along and there was balance. There's harmony here, right? Essentially is what's coming through here. But you're kind of alone here now. You're not with anyone, right? It feels like you're separate from this individual, this person, or these people. And so for some of you, maybe it's just connections in general. It could be that simple, where you want to get back out, you want to socialize, you want to meet people, you want to, talk to old friends and meet up with people, and it's the holiday season and let's get together, but you don't know how to approach them. You don't know what to say. You don't know. It's been so long here. This person has the beard and they've been perhaps independent and focused on themselves, being thrown back on themselves for who knows whatever reason. They don't know what to say. They don't know how to say it. They don't know how to express themselves. They don't know how to reach out, blah, 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 blah. Fill in the blank, whatever that is for you. Simplify it with the Ace of Cups. Just reach out. And that's all it is, right? Well, it's, easy for you to say, right? Because now you're looking at the fact that, okay, you've reached, with these relationships and connections, you've reached a point here where there's not a lot of growth. There's not a lot happening. Things were good in the past here. Seven of Pentacles, you're reflecting on the past of this point of stagnation within these relationships, this connection, that whatever this is for you, these people that there's history here, right? And the history is showing up with these Seven Pentacles. But you're looking at them again, this very reflective energy here. What's working? What's not working? How can I improve it? How can I make it better? Right? Because again, it's a point of stagnation. There's a lack of growth here. Now what do? Right? So now you're pulling away again with the Four of Swords here, right? There's a need to pull away before communicating. For some of you, it's a fear of rejection, right? Looking at the Three of Swords. The Three of Swords is rejection. It's fear. Right? But there is an opportunity to heal if you lift up that sword here to communicate, to initiate the conversation, to say something, to reach out, right? And I feel that's what this is essentially, whatever this is for you. Friendships, acquaintances, people where you have history with them, okay? And perhaps maybe you haven't seen them, you haven't talked to them for a period of time. This is someone who spends a lot of time alone. And so now I feel like you want to reach out to these people, right? But you're kind of stuck in fear in regards to how do I do that? Well, I'm telling you, it's as simple as just start somewhere, opening yourself up, just expressing yourself, just a simple hello, how have you been, whatever, you know, right? And that's the point here. It's like some of you are kind of feels like, again, kind of coming back in on yourself. You're opening yourself up. It's the intention here, though. There's an opportunity to heal. Right? So this is just, it still kind of feels like you're stuck in this energy of being alone, right? The intention here is available for you to heal, to start socializing, to initiate relationships, to reconnect, to bring a person back into your life, to whatever this is for you, right? And like I said here, like with this history, the Pentacles, this relationship or connection has kind of reached a point where it's not growing. You're not evolving. There's nothing happening. How do I work at it? How do I improve it? How do I make it better? Well, now the Four of Swords is telling you, I mean, for some of you, there's just this fear of rejection, the fear of wanting to communicate. You're just feeling rejected. That what if they don't want to communicate? What if they don't want to socialize? What if they ignore me? Or who knows, right? But you're just being guided here. Again, the Four of Swords, there's a need to rest, relax, and open yourself up to the subtleness of listening. There's a listening energy. Listen to, instead of the fears with the swords, right? The intuition, the subtleties. I mean, you're feeling and knowing that would be good to reconnect, to, reestablish this relationship, to bring it back to life, to put work into it and that sort of thing. But I feel like some of you here, there's a need to release these fears of like a rejection or the fear of communication or having a difficult conversation here, right? And open yourself up just to initiating a conversation, right? Yeah, so now we have the Three of Wands here where you're waiting. So it almost feels like for some of you, it's like, hey, you're throwing something out there. Now you're waiting for them to respond. What's on that ship? It's coming back to you, but it may not come back to you, right? For some of you, there might not be anything on that ship. The message is empty. There's nothing there. I mean, you could send an email, a text, a DM on social media, whatever, to reach out to certain individuals. Hey, how's it going? Right? The fear of rejection. That's the thing, though. Throw it out there and see what happens. And if nothing comes back, then you know exactly how that person feels and let it go. Right? There's a need to release control with the Three of Wands. So, you know what? Maybe, you try to bring this person back into your life. See what happens. Contact the individual. Send out a card for the holidays. Send a DM, right? Whatever this is for you, just connect and see what happens, right? And if nothing comes back to you, then you know, right? Clarity. You'll get clarity. You'll get answers. You'll know, right? For some of you, you're going to be happy and you're going to know that you're going to be glad that you did, because there is something on that boat. There are people that want to socialize and come back. There could be people in your past here, old friends, childhood friends, who knows, where you haven't seen them in many years, and just a fear of reaching out or whatever this is for you. You want to work on these relationships and connections, but there's some sort of fear or having a difficult conversation of like, well, I haven't heard from this person in forever. What if they ignore me or they don't want to talk to me, or you're stuck in this energy here? Throw it out there. Throw it out there. Just put it out there. Contact the person. Send out the card. Whatever this is for you, right? And you're going to be glad that you did. Because, maybe there might be a few people who don't respond. Well, then then you're going to get answers. You're going to get clarity, but you're going to be happy that you did, because there are going to be people on that ship who want to bring these relationships back to life and connect and work on this, right? Yeah, because what we have here at the bottom of the deck is the Five of Swords. It feels like something happened in the past here where it was cold, like this hostile, like it's over, it's done. Aggressive, sort of like a separation type of energy. We're not friends anymore. I'm not talking to you anymore. Maybe it was a breakup. right? Some sort of difficult energy with this Five of Swords, right? Could even be like a burning bridges, or the fact that there's just tension and there was just a lot of conflict. It could be, again, it's a hostile type of energy here, right? For some of you, it's like a communicating with a lack of sensitivity. Maybe that's why the Ace of Cups is showing up here, right? That sort of thing. And so, and that's kind of the energy here. What's beneath that? Ace of Wands. Yeah. There's a new, you want to initiate this new start here, this new pathway forward, getting fired up again, bringing these relationships or connections. It could be a love relationship back to life, where someone was like, it's over, I'm out, I want to break up with you or whatever. Or, who knows what this is. But again, it feels like a past way of communicating, or a conversation or a situation that went sour and it ended badly. And so whether you left, or, you cut that person out, or they cut you out of their life, or whatever this is for you, and now there's an opportunity here for you to reconnect. And perhaps, maybe this was your energy and you left and you cut them out, and now it's like you're hoping for a second chance. You want to open up. You want to see if you can kind of, bring this relationship back to life and put work and effort into it. And some of you, it feels like you do, but there's going to be other people here. Well, you're going to get clarity and you're going to know otherwise, right? There could be something coming back in regards to nothing. Or maybe you send out a holiday card and you get nothing back, no response. You text somebody, you DM somebody, you whatever, nothing. And they leave you on read. That kind of energy, right? Then that's the thing. It's going to be difficult, for some of you. It's, relationships aren't a piece of cake. They're difficult. They shouldn't be, but, with some people they can be, depending on the past, depending on the history, what happened in the past. That's the thing. It's going to be different from person to person. If this is even your reading, right? Not every Taurus. This won't be for every Taurus. But if this was some sort of difficult situation in the past here that you're trying to overcome, and open yourself up to reconnecting with, maybe it's a sibling, maybe again it's an old friend from school. Who knows, right? There's an opportunity to open yourself up here and to put some work into this relationship. And some of you have a fear of rejection, where it's possible that maybe you will get rejected, and be okay with it, because then you're going to know. And that's all you can do, because there are going to be people, like I said, you're going to be happy you did with the Sun, being the happiest card in the deck. The fact that you're going to be able to initiate new connections and relationships, and do away with old ways of perhaps communicating, or difficult situations here, and find a new way around it, to work, to compromise, to cooperate, to get along, to whatever, right? So you don't have to go through this again, and to maintain the relationship, constantly working at it, right? So this is what I have for you here, Taurus. I want to thank you so much for watching, and hopefully you found this reading helpful.